This is Costify, and a few months ago he actually started his own TikTok shop brand. Well, last month he made over $100,000 with it, and he's 17 years old. In this video, we're gonna show you exactly how he went from zero to making $100,000 a month with his TikTok shop brand, and show you exactly how you can do the same as a TikTok shop seller. Bro, last case study, you did 20K a month. Before that, even way less. Where are you at now?
Well, we just did over 100K in a month across two of my TikTok shops in the US, in the UK. And that was just done with one product. 95% of the revenue was organic, and I did run a little bit of ads as well.
Walk me through the whole journey. I mean, maybe we can start at you doing organic dropshipping and it doing well, and then you transitioning over into shop. Maybe we can start there.
My thing was I started doing organic back in like 2022, which is so long ago, like in December 2022. I started running my first product, and it didn't make any money for like a while. Then I had a small winner, and then I started getting into ads somewhere in like mid 2023, and I lost a bunch of money. And then I got in touch with you like late 2023, and you told me, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get back into organic. What do you make money with it? So I started organic again, like when we started working on like autumn 2023, late 2023, started doing organic, basically made some money there. Took me a few months, literally since we started working together. Like 3 months later, I already found like a somewhat winning product, made like probably like 80K in revenue and like 40K profit. That was the fidget guns, like the previous case study, I think. Yeah, it was like 22K a month. And now it's 5 times more in revenue, basically. I didn't even need to record any videos for the 100K month. I recorded literally 0 videos for the product, like ever since I started running it. But we're gonna get into that later. Yeah, so I did the fidget guns, like 80K in revenue, 40K in profit, I think, like across everything, because I also ran like YouTube channels. I went into that for a little bit. I ran up a YouTube channel, like shorts, to 1.5 million subscribers with a creator, in like from basically 0 to like 1.5 million, like 1.5 million subscribers in like 30 days, which is also pretty fun. And that was for fidget guns as well. And so I made some money with ad revenue. So all in all, it was like 40K in profit with sales and with, ad revenue. And at the time I was like 16, just turning 17, about to turn 17 when I was doing the fidget gun, making that money. And then I started slowly getting into TikTok shop. I ordered my first batch of products like by myself in spring 2024, which was Stitch menstrual cramp relief plushies, like hot water bottle things, put in your tummy, like for women, and then you put in some hot water, and it's just gonna relieve the menstrual cramps. I ordered 100 of those, started getting sales like same day. I published the product, got like 3 sales on the same day, I think, without even posting any content. And then on the second day, the product got frozen. They removed the product, and I couldn't sell anything because it turned out it was a copyrighted product. And then I told Michael and Jacob, and they're like, bro, why didn't you tell us what product you're gonna sell? Because Jacob would just told me like, no, don't sell it, and then I would have avoided wasting 200.
Yeah. Like in general, like if you do anything on TikTok Shop, you have to go super clean. Like anything on TikTok Shop just does not work at all if there's any problems with it whatsoever. And obviously copyright issues, like it's Stitch. You can't do that.
Yeah, and that's something I had to learn the hard way. Although I could just literally ask you. I don't know why I didn't think about it. It was like, I know everything. I made 22K in revenue, like. Anyway, so I lost like a few $1,000s probably there just on that inventory, because it was just like lost. They're just in the US, and I had to just tell the warehouse to get rid of it. Then I kind of stopped for a little bit, and I kept doing organic. And then I started doing shop again, like somewhere in like summer 2024, after I realized, okay, I lost the money with the plushies, like whatever, I'm not getting it back. I actually had dinner with Lior, and he told me to try doing Amazon dropshipping to TikTok shop. So I started doing that. I started listing some products on TikTok shop without inventory, hoping that I'm going to be able to get sales and ship it out to the customers from Amazon without having any inventory. So I listed like maybe 5 to 10 products. I don't even remember. I tried all sorts of things, and I didn't get any sales at all. It didn't work out. And then I had a call with Tristan from the program, and he told me to try selling the sad hamster like crochet plushies. They were trending. He told me like, bro, like he was not even gatekeeping it, even though like he was making money with it. He just told me to run it. Super nice guy. He told me to try running it. I listed it on the shop, and we started getting sales like pretty much right away. Started shipping them out from Amazon. Basically, literally getting sales pretty much every day for the said hamster crochet things and shipping them out without any upfront costs, without inventory or nothing. But I was losing money on every order. I was just testing the product to see if it's like worth it. And then once I validated the product and saw that, okay, I'm getting like 5 or 10 orders a day, I ordered stock. I don't remember exactly how many I ordered. I think it was either 100 or like 250 or something. Received the stock in like a few weeks, few long weeks of waiting, as always with TikTok Shop. Then received it late August. Received it like on the 28th of August. And then by like 31st, we were completely sold out. It took like a couple of days and like one viral video of my creator. And again, I didn't even record any videos. It was a creator.
Yeah, how many views did this viral video get? And how much money did it make?
Honestly, I don't even remember. It was like over a year ago, but I think it was like at least a few $1,000s per million views. Like at least, definitely. And it was like the easiest shit ever. Like he didn't do any editing. He didn't speak in the video. He was like just showing the plushie, and it was like, the crochet thing, and it was like 15 seconds long. And it was like these meme concepts of like the relationships, and he was like apologizing in front of his girlfriend, then showing it to her. And he's like recording. It took him like 20 seconds to record it. He went viral and made like a few $1,000s. He actually ended up doing like $40,000 in revenue, that creator, by just making these videos, like rinse and repeating them over and over again.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just with this product. It's super
Things just get boosted just for being on TikTok Shop. This was basically the case.
100%, because like they want more people to see the product, especially when they see it's good business. Customers are having a good experience. And at the end of the day, they're trying to compete with Amazon. So like of course they would boost the videos and incentivize people to do it. So I ran the plushies. I mean, the sad hamsters rented up to like 24 or 25K a month, or actually maybe even more. I think that was the last case study. Pretty sure that sad hamsters fell off because they got a violation on TikTok Shop, because my supplier basically ripped me off and shipped me out like 700 defected items. And that's like getting back to TikTok Shop being really strict. Like the moment they see you start getting low reviews or like chargebacks and stuff like that, they just take down the whole thing and they're not even going to think about it. So that happened to me, and I went down from like 25 plus K a month, I think, in revenue to like 3K a month.
This is why you have to have experience to even start being a seller. This is something where, like, as a beginner, I would not recommend anyone to just become a seller right away because of exactly these things. Sure, you're going to get videos boosted and all of these things. There's tons of benefits in terms of making money, but there's also tons of downside in terms of all the rest. Like the logistics of it are a nightmare. You have to have a lot of cash flow. If something goes wrong and you already ordered a bunch of units, you're basically fucked. And there's a bunch of other issues which just lead you to losing a lot of cash flow if you mess things up. And it's more like if you win big, but if you lose, you also lose big. And it's like they're very different to dropshipping, where there's like low risk, low return. And that's what you should aim for as a beginner. Like it just makes sense to start out with something more simple, where you get a little bit less money and the upside is a little lower, but there's almost no downside. And this is basically what being a creator or a dropshipper is.
With the first product that I ordered as well, it was a little retarded, I have to admit, but I just lost a few $1,000s just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just TikTok Shop. You got to make sure you like have some money to burn, like just to be sure, and you have to make sure you have like good guidance, or you just like know what you're doing. So I totally agree with. But yeah, so basically that went down. It was like February, I think, 2025 or January 2025 when I started looking for more products. Even though the said hamsters were like fine, but the violation was just killing it, and I thought the product is already dying down. I wanted to like find something to replace it to like make sure I'm not fully like I'm relying on that one product. So I started looking for more products, doing product research, filling out the sheets like the good old days. And Jacob was reviewing the sheets. And there's a few products that caught his eye. He told me to test 2 in particular. I also had a call with Mikey after that, by the way. And he also told me to like that they're good and I need to try them. And I also asked Tristan. Basically, everyone told me to try them. I ordered both of the products, like 100 units of each product, each one of the products in like February 2025. They arrived in like March, as far as I can remember. And one of them did really bad, and then the other one did really good. The 100 units that I received, I don't remember exactly how long it took, but I think it was like 3 weeks or like 2 weeks before we completely sold out. And it was like steady growth. Like we started off really slow. Like it wasn't like a super viral, trendy product. It was like something that no one was running on TikTok Shop, like literally 0 listings. It was like a pretty new thing for TikTok Shop. So I started running that. Slowly we started to like gain presence again, because it's not trending, not viral intrinsically. It took some time, but we sold out of stock. That was like 100 units. It was probably like a few $1,000s in revenue. like nothing crazy, few $1,000s revenue. Then I ordered more, basically just reinvesting over and over again. Actually, let me pull it up real quick. I remember I wrote you that message that breaking it down. Yeah, so we sold the 100 units, just looked it up in like 20 days from zero views, zero creators running it on TikTok shop. Basically sold 100 units, like the first batch in 20 days. And like I said, it was only a few $1,000s in revenue. Then I ordered the second batch, 342 units. And we sold that in 4 weeks, which is a little bit longer than 20 days, but it's also like more than like almost 3.5 times the amount of units sold. Then I reinvested. Oh, I calculated it. It's a 140% sales increase per day, because at first we were selling on average 5 a day. We jumped to 12 a day.
And this is, by the way, also like one thing which we have to mention here, because you're starting out, you only ordered like 100 units, a few hundred units. You weren't pulling the trigger yet on like ordering like thousands and thousands of units there. And this is, yeah, you did later, but like in the beginning, it's very risky to just start with that right away. And this is what you're going to see in general with shop as well. If you can't like either can't afford or you're not willing to pull the trigger right away, it takes a long time until you can even scale at all. So it's very like it's very different than dropshipping. On dropshipping, if you do well, you do well. That's it. Like you can literally just start printing and making like even $100,000 a month if you just do really well. But on shop, you have a cap if you're not willing to take the risk. Possibly the highest amount of money you could have made off buying 100 units is like $3,000-4,000. That's it. Like you can't make more physically. After you made that money, you have to reinvest all of that into the next units, like onto the next batch. So it's kind of scary to even do, and you can tell more about that.
342 units. We sold that in 4 weeks. Sales grew by 140% daily on average. Around like the same time we were like selling it pretty fast. I hit like I think it was like a 4K day, like by the end of like selling out. We sold out like 100 or 200, like something like that, units in a single day. I was like, holy shit, like that was my highest day so far. It was like the 24th, I think, of May of this year. And it was like 4K. So I started to just massively order a lot more. Like I just realized like this is fucking printing, like the math is mathing, the creators are there, and I only had like a few people that were posting consistently and they weren't even like that good. It's like, this has potential, like I have to put money into it, because I had some cash from organic and other things. So and this goes back to like literally you have to have a little bit of experience and a little bit of a capital, because like if I didn't have any money, it would just take so much longer to scale, bro. Like 342 units, I would make like a few K in profit. Then I'd have to do that again, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. Like it would just take a while to scale, as opposed to me just putting all of my money that I made through other things like right away into stock, because I know it's going to pay off. Basically, I started ordering stock. I spent like 20K in a week on stock just around the time. And keep in mind, overall, I probably made like almost 20K in revenue so far with the product. And I spent like 20K in a week on it, like right away. Started ordering stock to the UK, started ordering more stock to the US. 5th of June, I think, or 4th of June, I was like, this is really working out. Like, why don't I just like put all of my money into stock? Like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm 17, like, I got a roof above my head. Like, if I lose the money, like what's the worst? I'm not gonna die, bro. I'm gonna have my parents. It's not gonna be that bad. Basically, I just literally sent my supplier all of the money down to like $500 or $700 in my bank account to buy more stock, like 5th of June. And I was like, fuck, like I had so much pressure. I had to lock in. And so I was working like crazy for the whole month of June because I had no money in my bank account. It was something like really new to me, because I never like had to spend any money, because I was doing organic drop shipping, and then I was like ordering a little bit of stock, but like not too much. Like, and I was like, shit, like this is what it really feels like. Because I really remember what it was like back when I didn't have any money in the bank, like opening it. I even remember this, like the video that we recorded, like when I joined the call and there's like no money in the bank.
Bro, don't tell me you're back to crypto gambling.
No, bro. I'm not. This
Bro, what the fuck is this?
It's all in stock, bro, for my product.
Oh my god. Bro, you're broke.
I'm fucking broke.
I was working my ass off for the whole month of June, and I even have like, I was posting video updates, like little vlogs every single day for the whole month of June, which I still do on my Raw channel. And like, you can just look it up. It's like literally me just working every single day, doing nothing. I lived alone. I rented a little apartment, and I was just straight up working every day to make sure that the investment pays off, because everything was on the line. I just put all of the money into it. And like I said before, I literally invested like 10,000 more into stock than my total revenue with the product overall. And it was all of my money. So it was like a little bit of a risk factor there. But in my eyes, I just like the math was just, it just made sense to me. So I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Things started going bad at first. Like the first half of June, I was supposed to receive inventory on the 10th of June, like by the agreement that I made with the supplier was supposed to be already in the warehouse on the 10th of June. And I start selling like on the 11th or whatever. That's how it was supposed to go. It arrived on like the 18th. So you can imagine the stress that I went through, like the fucking week or 8 days, whatever, however long it took. I was just sitting there counting days, talking to supplier, crashing out on the supplier all the time. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Where's my stock? Where's my stock? All the time. And it wasn't even probably their fault, but like, I don't know, probably was. I don't know. Basically, it arrived after a long period of just waiting because keep in mind, all this time I'm completely out of stock. I sold out like after that 4K day on the 24th of May or whatever. I completely sold out and then invested all the money into stock and I'm not even making any money. It was just like
Not having stock literally means you're out of income. You make $0 every single day. This is how it works on Shop.
and you have creators that also make nothing and they can get demotivated.
And they're all pissed. They're all pissed because what the fuck? Like, wow, like they're there to make money, but they can't. So it's all a mess.
So I was just waiting, counting days, arguing with the supplier for almost a whole month without stock. While I have nothing in the bank, everything invested in the product, creators are getting more and more pissed every single day. I'm getting more and more pissed at the supplier. And then thankfully, eventually on like the 18th or I think, the 18th of June, we received stock. First time after all this long period of waiting, received stock and we instantly started crushing it. We had like 2 back-to-back 3K days, which my highest day was like 4K at that point. We literally started off with like 3K days back-to-back. The moment we received stock, we started scaling from there. It was a little bit slow for a little bit. People there was like a ban wave or something, so the accounts got banned, which is another thing about TikTok Shop. You can never predict it. So we kind of got out of business for a little bit. It was a little bit slow. Like in the beginning of July, we started like pretty slow, not a lot of revenue. But then we figured out these stuff with accounts. We got new accounts. We finally started getting views again towards like mid-July or like later in July. And then basically like between 22nd, I think, and 29th of July or something, made like in 1 week, $30,000 or $40,000 in revenue with like a 7K day, an 8.5K day, another 8+K day. So basically in July, just in the US alone on the shop, we made over $70,000 in revenue. And at the same time, the UK was printing as well. And here we started off pretty slow. By pretty slow, I mean like we had a 1K day here. We had like a 1.4K day here, but it was like nothing crazy like for the whole month. It was like consistently 1K, 2K every day. Actually, it was like 3.5K day, 1K, 1K, 1K. Every single day was like a 1K day, which was like nothing crazy because we already had like a 3 or 4K day before that and 2-3K days back to back. But then like around 24th of July here is when it really started to pick up. I was in Bali chilling with a friend of mine. Right around here, 23rd was $980. 24th went up to 4.7K. Then 25th was 8.4K. 26th was 8K. And this is all, by the way, purely organic. The 8K starting from 26. Totally purely organic. I stopped running ads. I ran a little bit of ads here, but I just cut them out because we were just selling out of stock so quickly. I decided to turn them off, like because the margins would be better and because I just didn't want to run out so quickly because the creators would be even more pissed because we would
Yeah.
out of stock for even longer. But if I just didn't press the button to stop running ads here, which I kind of regret a little bit, it would be pretty sick because I ran out of stock anyway in a few days. If I just kept running ads here for like another literally like 5 or 7 hours because of how high the ROAS was, I would literally have a 10K plus day on the 25th of July, like easily. Because we literally had the 8K organic day the day after that. I didn't run any ads at all, didn't even touch it. So if I just ran a little bit of ads, but like we literally had like 4, 5, 6 ROAS days consistently. If I just ran a little bit of ads, would have like, I don't know, 10 or 15 or 12 at least K day, like easily. So 4.7, 8.4, 8K, 7.5, and then we started slowly running out of stock somewhere around here. It's like 2K, 690, 1.2, 300. Like people just saw that like stock is going down. They're starting to get less motivated and everything. That's how it works. Yeah, that was just the US. In the UK, we also did like 30K or a little bit more, maybe, yeah, a little bit more than 30. So it's like in total over 100K
How much did you make total?
in total revenue. So for the US, 155, and then for UK, probably like 60, maybe 70, like a little over 200, like 220 maybe.
Being a shop seller, this is exactly how it looks. If you're just starting out and you try to become a shop seller right away, it's not easy at all. We have to keep in mind here, you're starting out and there's consistent, like very consistent stock issues all across the board. This is what always happens with everyone if you start out a little earlier than later. And like in your case, you obviously have this other advantage, which basically is you instantly have creators with a personal brand and all of that. So this is obviously very helpful, and it makes more sense for you to start with the shop thing because you kind of have like a platform where it feels like you're missing out on that opportunity where you can utilize creators to your own brand. So it makes sense in your case, but for everyone else, like for a beginner, this is what I would not recommend. This is exactly the route which I would for sure not recommend anyone going, because in the end of the day, if we take a look at the profit that you made from shop as a creator, the amount of money would probably be more if it will be actually you doing all the work. Like in your case, again, it makes sense because you have all these creators who can do the work for you. If you would have been the only person to do all the work and you would have done 300K as a shop seller, it wouldn't make sense because as a creator, you would make more money because there's no stock issues at all. And here, the one flip side to it is basically brand value. So building a real brand is obviously worth something, and in the long run you can start running a bunch of other things like Facebook ads, Amazon, and eventually hopefully exiting the brand, where you can make millions of dollars. But in the end of the day, like as a beginner, this is the route which I definitely wouldn't go. Now if you're more advanced and you have a bunch of money, this is exactly the route I would go. And if you're more advanced, this is basically the best way to go overall right now. What we're seeing on shop is basically ridiculous. If you have certain things in place, TikTok shop being a TikTok shop seller can literally be a money glitch. We've seen this time and time again. If you have enough cash flow to take the risk and have like really big bulk orders where you order like 10 to 100K units per bulk order, and you just don't care about money, you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank account and it's not a problem at all, and you're also willing to take the risk, and then on top of that you have access to creators, then you can crush. This is basically the two requirements which you have to actually make a lot of money on TikTok shop. And it's not that easy because the barrier to entry is pretty high there, which I love. Like I love that the barrier to entry is so high because significantly less people are doing it exactly because of that. The barrier is just ridiculously high. Like, hey, get 25 creators and have hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank account. Already, but just saying that, you already eliminated like 95% of everybody doing business instantly off the bat before we even talk about anything else. So this is what TikTok shop is. If you have a TikTok shop brand, what we've seen this like recently as well is GMV Max is probably the funniest concept I've ever seen in my life. Like this is when I saw it, it just blew my mind. There's literally a button on TikTok shop which says target ROAS. So you basically set up the budget. Let's say you want to spend $1,000 per day, and then there's a target ROAS. What target ROAS means is basically if you set the target ROAS to 5, your $1,000 will be 5x and turned into $5,000. So they literally have a 5x my money button. They actually have that. You can press a button and 5x your money by pressing that button. If you write in there 10x my money, it's going to 10x your money. Now, it's not going to spend all the money if your creative sucks and if your product sucks. And this is the one downside to it. Basically, the higher you put the target ROAS, the less money is going to be spent overall. However, if you have good creatives on shop, we're literally at a point where Facebook was in like 2014. There's so much things going on at the same time. I've never seen this ad. Like I was showing this to my friends who are doing Facebook ads, and they're looking at it, and it's like they all get FOMO instantly. Everyone, when I show them the ROASs which are going on, how this whole thing works, they all get instant FOMO because it's like this is what we missed out in 2014 on Facebook. This is exactly what this is. Because with shop, the craziest, like the more I think about it, the crazier it gets. If you have a platform that sells and advertises at the same time, That's why it works so well. Basically, how GMV Max works is every single video which organically was posted connected to that product is going to be looked at TikTok, and TikTok sees every single video which was posted for your product. And then they see, okay, this video has 1,000 views and it made $100, but this video has 2,000 views and it made $300. So this converts better than the other one. And then it basically picks that creative and pushes it on the GMV Max campaign. And it's like for the Facebook people watching, it's basically a CBO campaign with all of your organic videos. It just picks which one does better, which is the dream. Like for everyone who does Facebook, they know this is the dream. The dream was always, I'm going to post a bunch of organic videos, and the top performing organic video I'm going to use as an ad, and that's going to be my top performing ad. That never worked out that way. It never did. But now it actually does, because TikTok is the shop, is the platform where you go viral, and is the platform where you run the ads. It's something which is actually funny. When I saw that button, I started laughing. When I saw the 5x my money button, they actually have that. But there's a pre-requirement, and that is massive. Like you have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars and have access to a bunch of creators. How did you run the ad stuff? Because the ad stuff is kind of like, it's almost pointless if you can't order like 100,000 units, because you really want to start crushing with ads and spending like $10,000, $20,000 per day, but you can't because it ruins the margins if you run out of stock.
I honestly didn't even expect anything from it. Like, I actually tried running GMV Max, but for some reason it didn't work for me. I don't know why. GMV Max specifically, for me personally, it gave me
When did you try?
I tried it in like early July, like between 4th and 10th of July. And it was like, I spent almost like,
we've seen that there's massive updates over the last month or so. And GMV Max is almost like the meta. You almost have to run GMV Max a little bit to also help organic. Yeah.
Heard about it. Yeah. So I tried, maybe it was before the updates. So GMV Max didn't really work out for me, even though I spent like a decent amount of money. I just got like ad credits. That's another thing about TikTok Shop. The incentive.
It's also funny.
Yeah, I literally got like $2,000 in free ad credits. So I lost nothing. I just got so many views for free. So I spent that on like the GMV Max. It didn't really work out, but I didn't lose anything. In fact, I actually made money off that because it's like a tiny ROAS, but still got free money.
It's free.
Then I started to run normal TikTok ads, targeting the TikTok Shop videos, like in TikTok Ads Manager. I think it's like $250 or something like in revenue. I think it was actually also my ad credit. Like I didn't even put in any real money in there. I just started running it. It was like late July. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, whatever, going to sleep. Turned it on, one campaign with like the few videos of my creators, like Spark ads, whatever, $250. The next day I woke up, I went to the gym, and then I came to like a restaurant to work or something, or like cafe. I opened it up and it was like 6 ROAS. I was like, what the fuck? Because I never had like a positive experience with ads in the past. I tried multiple times, especially like TikTok ads, and I always lost money. And with TikTok Shop, I was like, but like for the first, I was actually making money with TikTok ad, and it like feels really like different when you can like Michael said, you just literally like press a button and it just multiplies your money. It was
hilarious.
It's a surreal feeling. And so I was doing that, $250, turned that into a little over $1,000 in revenue. Then I kept running it. I started increasing the budget, fucking sleepless nights because I was in Asia at that moment, in Indonesia, and there's like a literally 12-hour time difference between that and like the US, which is what I was targeting. So I was up until like 7 a.m. Running ads. I was consistent at like 4 ROAS, almost like it was like $700 spent for the day. It was like 7 a.m. and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up like 5 hours later and it dropped down to like 2.7, which is still pretty good. Like I still made a bunch of money, but unfortunately dropped down because it like literally fell asleep. And then I just kept running it, consistently getting like 4 or 5 ROAS. Keep in mind, this is like a tiny portion of like the revenue. Like it didn't really contribute that much. Like maybe total out of the 100K, the stuff that came directly from ads was only like, I don't know, like $4,000 of revenue. And then I just, even though I was getting really good ROAS, and that's because I just cut it off. Because I was just getting so many views organically, it didn't even make any sense. It was like stupid. Like I was just spending a little bit of money on ads, but even if I didn't spend any money on ads, I would still run out and I would have better margins. And then the creators would like also be happy. And so I just stopped running them. I generally just did it with TikTok Ads Manager. I'm going to try out GMV Max later as well again.
Yeah, bro. Once you have stock, you have to triple down on it because right now it's hilariously cracked. Like it just works better than anything I've ever seen in my whole life. For you, like what was generally the experience for you with a program? What was the most helpful over the last like 6 months or so?
I mean, I had calls with Tristan this summer, quite a lot of calls, like when I was getting ready and I didn't have stock. A lot of the things that I was doing in that time, it was just getting ready to have stock, coming up with video ideas, like making sure everybody's dialed in. And Tristan was helpful because I had calls and I was coming up with video ideas. And then Tristan was reviewing everything, telling me how to improve the videos for creators. Like because the creators are not like fully autonomous. I still needed to teach them and stuff, obviously, like how to go viral. And
Yeah.
Tristan was reviewing also their videos and helping me out with that. I had calls with Pepe as well for the same reason. Sometimes I had calls with Pepe and with Tristan on the same week, and they were both like just reviewing the videos, making sure that the creators go viral, which was like basically it was all built around virality because if we didn't go
Yes.
viral, we wouldn't sell any inventory. So I just needed to make sure, and Tristan and Pepe were helpful there. There's this guy also who used to be in the program. I don't think he's there anymore, but his name is Tiny, and he helped me out like crazy with like the backend stuff on TikTok Shop. He like taught me everything I know, bro, like about TikTok Shop. Because like when you're starting out and you don't understand how TikTok Shop works, you don't have any experience with it. It's just so fucking confusing for no reason. TikTok Shop, like they built like the software is just so shit. Like
Mhm.
the violation system as well, and like all of these things. Like now it's getting a little bit better, but especially back when I was starting out in 2024, it's just like stupidly like unnecessarily confusing, and it still is. So he was really helpful there, helped me like find out about the whole ad credit, like missions and stuff like that, and all the other bonuses, all the little things, the flash sales, all of that stuff. Basically got taught by Tiny, and then at the end of the day, Jacob helped me like pick the product at the beginning of the year. So that was also
Yes.
massive help.
Yeah.
And with the flat hamster, literally Tristan's idea.
And basically, how the program is generally structured is there's two paths on going with TikTok Shop. Either you become a creator or you become a seller. And you basically have that decision to make in the very beginning. You basically have to see that the decision should be made on the fact of how much money do I have and how much experience do I have in terms of not fucking things up. Because even if you have a bunch of money, if you're going to just pick a bad product and all of that, and you're going to mess things up, it's not going to be helpful at all. You're just going to burn through that money. The most normal path is basically becoming a creator, then learning everything, and then becoming a shop seller after that. And if you already have that experience, you can instantly become that shop seller. And we basically divided the program into those things. As a creator, you just get help with going viral for another brand and getting high commissions, etc. And as a shop seller, you basically get creators from the program sent to you. And we basically help you with just having a bunch of creators and making sure all the things in the back end are done right. We tell you exactly how the cash flow management should be done, like how you don't fuck things up on TikTok Shop to just like actually be able to scale. And then we help, like we keep training the creators in the program as well. So basically, we send you 20 creators, for example, and we keep training the creators, and we have calls with the creators, and we just go through helping them going viral and getting as much commission as possible. But at the same time, you as a seller also make as much money as possible there. So this is how the program is structured. And if you're interested, you can click the link below for both of them. You can sign up for a free consultation session. We're going to figure out if it's a good fit. And yeah, bro, for you, let's hope we see another $1 million case study at some point here this year. I think if we just manage to like get the cash flow issues ready, then it shouldn't be a problem. That's the only missing link for you, I think.